Hey DEX community, the biggest DeFi exchange is now under an SEC investigation. Uniswap has been targeted and we want to explain what happened. After, we'll show you how to serve a blockchain explorer. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel as we release an episode every Monday with important news in the crypto and blockchain space. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange protocol allowing anyone to swap ERC20 tokens without a middleman. That means you can buy, sell and trade without permission and in a decentralized fashion. It's also one of the biggest players in the decentralized finance ecosystem, which seeks to replace centralized middlemen in a traditional financial products such as loans, insurance and derivatives with decentralized non-custodial applications. The total value locked has reached nearly $3 billion, and in the last 24 hours, Uniswap protocol had a trading volumes of $1.11 billion. The US government has put Uniswap on notice that they are being investigated. So the SEC is investigating Uniswap now. The Wall Street Journal report said that the SEC was looking into how investors use Uniswap and how it is marketed. Furthermore, SEC Chief Gary Gensler has hinted that more regulation is coming for DeFi. So regulators want to exercise greater oversight. But if the SEC would really shut down Uniswap, they would shut down the whole ecosystem. Some people might think DeFi is dead and buried, but that's not the truth. An investigation doesn't mean that the market is in danger. Actually, the market doesn't seem to care, and it's very unlikely that the government would shut the whole ecosystem down. Further, crypto investors know that big players use FUD to buy the tokens at better prices. Is it just coincidence DeFi is actually at its all-time high and at 100 billion total value locked? But let's have a look into what happened before the Uniswap case. In late July, Uniswap delisted dozens of tokens and tokenized stocks from its trading platform because they received growing regulatory pressure. We monitor the evolving regulatory landscape, Uniswap said, pointing out similar moves taken by other DeFi players. Then the SEC increased efforts to look into DeFi, citing growing regulatory pressure. Amid this increased attention to the decentralized finance industry, the US regulators, with SEC Chairman Gary Gensler, last month announced that the authorities plan for more crypto-related rules targeting DeFi, token offerings and stablecoins. In late August, the regulator signed a $125,000 deal with blockchain analytics firm Enchain.ai to receive tech assistance in monitoring and regulating the DeFi industry. By its definition, the DeFi industry is a blockchain-based form of finance that does not rely on any central financial intermediaries, operating transactions through automatic protocol mechanisms, known as smart contracts instead. This industry has seen a massive growth in the recent years, jumping from around $8 billion in total value last September to more than $153 billion at the moment. In line with DeFi principles, decentralized exchanges, so-called DEXs, like Uniswap, don't have a central person or team responsible for running the protocol, operated and supervised either automatically or by the participants. According to crypto investor and entrepreneur Alistair Milne, regulators won't be able to shut down DeFi smart contracts like Uniswap, but could potentially make DeFi transaction illegal in a similar way to transacting on the dark web. But the question is, do governments want people to lose trust in them by shutting down DeFi for retail investors? If you don't know how many DEXs are on the blockchain, Uniswap is not the only one. This is a list of many DEXs on Ethereum. Here you can see the ones on Binance Smart Chain. It's quite a lot. There are also many DEXs on other chains like Phantom, Polkadot, Terra, Neo Cosmos Definity, Avalanche, Cardano, and then here Polygon, Heiko and Solana. So it's very unlikely that the SEC really can do something here. Of course, we will follow the Uniswap case and give updates in case anything important happens in the market. Thank you for watching until here. Now I'll let Wael explain how to serve a blockchain explorer.
Thank you, Julie. By the way, I wanted to share that Dext has some awesome gear from hats, shirts, sweaters, so make sure to support the community, check the link below, and get yourself some awesome gear. So we're going to go over the blockchain explorer, and every blockchain has an explorer where you can look at transactions, you could look at purchases, sends, everything coming in and out, and all that great stuff. There's a ton of strategies you can formulate looking at a blockchain explorer, and you want to know the basics just in case you need some help with your transactions. So we're on the Etherscan, which is the Ethereum blockchain explorer. They have the Binance Smart Chain Explorer BSC scan, and they have the Polygon scan. Every blockchain has a blockchain explorer, and like I said, it's important to know the basics. So we're going to be looking at an address right now, and it's the one and only's VB. Can you take a guess? Vitalik Buterin. So his wallet is his Ethereum address. He has publicized it, and we're going to take a look from the top down. This is the address right here. You have the balance of 1,300 plus ETH, giving you 5 million plus USD. You have the tokens here, and I want to touch on the ERC20 tokens because a lot of people ask, I've sent myself tokens, I can't see them, they're not popping up in my wallet. So the first thing I would tell somebody is, okay, take your address, put it in the blockchain explorer. You should see your token here. Your ERC20 token should show up. If it is not showing up in your MetaMask or your other wallet that you're using, you can click on the token and you can copy and paste the address here and then add that as a token into your wallet, and you should see it, especially if you're seeing it on the Etherscan. Also, to take note, if you click a token or search a token up here, you will see all the information on that token, from price to market cap to the total supply and the amount of holders, and you can see are the holders increasing or decreasing. So this is pretty cool information. If we go back to VB's wallet, you can see all the ERC20 tokens, and I'm going to share some of the strategies people use when looking at addresses on the blockchain explorer. So you can see he has a ton of altcoins, and then the ERC721 tokens, which are actually NFTs, and they you can see he has a bunch of them as well. So what people do, they look for these large wallets, and what they'll end up doing is favoriting them. They'll add them to the watch list, and then they'll watch for the transactions they do, and then they'll try and buy similar things because you're following big money and you're following people in the industry who know what they're doing. So a lot of people have a strategy similar to that, but many people send tokens just to wallets like these to entice people to buy, and those tokens are more than likely scams or worthless. If you actually own the wallet, you can validate the account balance, and you can do a lot of other things if you can actually verify that you're the owner of the wallet. So just below we have the transactions. You can see everything coming in, and you can see everything coming out. You have the internal transactions here. You can actually look at every transaction when the wallet was initiated, and when it was actually started. You have all the ERC20 token transactions, so everything going out, he's selling, and everything coming in, he is buying. Or somebody has sent to him. So it's important to differentiate that. If it's through Uniswap, you know that he's buying it, or like multi-sender app, somebody is sending it to multiple people. If you're looking at these like deployers, you know that he's getting some of it airdropped, and probably a lot of other addresses are getting it airdropped as well. So he may or may not have actually bought them. So people looking at his address trying to get a good trade, you have to be very careful, and you have to really analyze where these transactions are coming from. Are they coming from Uniswap, or are they just coming from random addresses like this, sending random amounts of coins? And you can see he's getting a ton in from random people. If we keep going, you can see his Ethereum ERC 721 tokens, his ERC1155 tokens, which are all NFTs. We can move on to loans and analytics, which I wanted to touch on. You can see that at one point his wallet was worth $1.3 billion, but he did that awesome donation of $1 billion on the Ethereum network to the India COVID relief charity, which was just awesome. So this is pretty much the basics of how to use Ethereum, the Etherscan on the Ethereum network. So this is pretty much the same thing for any blockchain explorer. You can copy and paste the address here, right above here, but address, transaction hash, block, the token, whatever it may be, and you'll find it. Then you can come here, look at the transactions. You can go deeper into transaction hash to see everything about the transaction. So this transaction is actually pending. So let's look at one that hasn't been pending. This was confirmed. You can see all the confirmations right here. So over 11,000 confirmations. You can see the exact time of the transaction, from which wallet, which was crypto.com to Vitalik Buterin's wallet. You can see the value, how much he was receiving. You can see the transaction fee, the gas price, and you can see any notes that were added by the sender, and more of the information here, from burn fees to base fee per gas. So literally everything is tracked and added to the blockchain as a public ledger forever. So another thing I want to show you guys is on DEXTools, one of the tools is a big swap explorer. So this is like trying to find out where some of the big money is going. So I want to look at transactions with $500,000 or more being spent on one transaction, and it keeps taking me to 10,000. Okay, so $500,000 or more, we're looking for transactions to kind of to look into their wallets to see what else are they doing. So if you haven't noticed, you can actually look at all the Ethereum transactions here through Etherscan, and it'll take you directly to Etherscan to take a look into that transaction. Also, if you haven't realized that at the bottom on the Pair Explorer, you have all the transactions for every single coin you're looking at right here, and you can actually look at the transaction ID as well here. So this person bought a total of 1.7 ETH worth. We can look at that transaction, we can look at the wallet. So this took us to the actual transaction. We can see right here that they spent $6,600 for 10,400 DEXT. We can also take a look into the wallet and see which wallet it was. So we can see he's holding about $145 worth of Ether, but they bought a ton of DEXT, and that's their primary token they are holding. So these guys are just hodling DEXT, which is awesome. But let's get back to the big swap explorer. So you can see here everything over $500,000. We're gonna look at RGT. This was almost $1 million buy. So let's take a look at the address that's bought this, and maybe we can find some information that'll aid us with an awesome buying opportunity, or we can see something. So let's go to the address right here, and you can see, okay, so they've only had two transactions in this wallet. This wallet was actually created very recently, and their first transaction was 51 minutes ago from Binance. They got about 300 Ether. They used all that Ether majority of that Ether. They left about 2 Ether left, so they used 298 Ether to buy Rari governance token, RGT. They bought $1.1 million worth of it, and that's all they're holding. So this guy's pretty convinced to throw $1.1 million USD into Rari coin about 47 minutes ago. So now maybe one would look into Rari coin, and why would somebody be putting that much money into it? What conviction does he have? Should we look more into it? And then you can kind of formulate an idea if you're gonna buy and sell. So blockchain explorers are very useful. All the tools to save time would be found on DEXTools, but you want to know the basics just in case you're on another blockchain that DEXTools isn't integrated with, or just in case you wanted to do some deep diving yourself. So Hopefully that has helped you, and now you understand how to use blockchain explorers like Etherscan, and I'd love to see you guys on the next episode.